Tom Cloud with my bi-monthly precious metals market update. I do thank you for all the emails I get. The first question on that thing is someone said, how do I email you with a question? Just send it to tgcloud@bellsouth.net. tgcloud@bellsouth.net. So with that, we'll get started. I want a little bit of elaboration on the confidence, diversified confidence I talked about 2 weeks ago, and it's really not a lot of elaboration. It's just putting your money where the indicators are telling you to. If you're sitting there with money and you're going to invest it in gold or stocks or bonds or real estate or whatever, you got to look at the things that affect that market. Like real estate, it's highly affected by interest rates. The interest rates have doubled this year. I mean, we see 30-year mortgages now up at 7%, where they were 3.75% just a few months ago. So you look at that, you don't want to be feeding money into something that's going down. It doesn't mean that all real estate's going down, but certainly that would be it. And you look at the dollar value as it continues to go up to 116. I mean, it's the highest it's ever been in history is 123. So I don't think it'll get there, but it could get to 120. And certainly that is making everything very expensive, and it kills our export business because other countries can't afford our products. And all of it's being driven by people parking their money out of stocks and into treasury bills, takes the pressure off our huge deficit in interest rates. So it helps that, but it, on the same tone is wrecking, wrecking our investments, especially the stock market. We still see, why would you put, or you feel diversified enough and confident enough to pour money into stocks right now? The top people in the world say no, that we've got at least another 10 to 20% drop before they're going to be looking for bargains to get back in the market. And I see that with a lot of you that write me saying the same thing. You're on the sidelines in that. But a concept came up that I've talked about a little bit, but it's really something you ought to spend more time thinking about, and that is the insurance of precious metals. If you think about it, you insure your house, you insure your cars, you insure all this, and you hope there's not a claim, but you don't get your money back. You pay a premium per year and for that insurance, and if nothing happens, then you pay another year and your premium stays the same or rises a little bit, depending on what it is. But the bottom line is you're insuring against something happening, against a hurricane, or against a car wreck, or flooding of your house, or whatever. So when you buy precious metals, you're buying insurance against a collapsing dollar that we're going to see, and it may not be long, but right now you're not seeing that. But when it starts, what else in the world can you buy but precious metals, where you go in and you're going to get not only your premium back, but probably a sizable profit if the dollar goes down, and we know it is. So with that, every time the dollar goes down 1%, we think you'll see gold go up 3%. So to get back to 2000, just think if I'd have told you in March, you'd have another chance to buy gold below 1,700 an ounce when it was going over 2,000. And here we are, gold going down 20%. Since that, it's down 8% for the year, but it's down 20% from March. So the opportunity now to buy that and buy it as insurance, because we're now starting to see bank problems popping up around the world. Look at Credit Suisse, one of the biggest, prominent, best-known banks in the world, sitting with over $1 trillion. That's $1,000 billion of losses right now. And you're looking at that. So if you'd had money out of that and into precious metals, sitting there as your insurance, and I say 3 years out, 2 years out, the major election comes, and you feel better about moving into stocks, then isn't it great that you can sell your gold and silver and not only get your money back, or your premiums, we'll call it, you'll get back, I think, a sizable profit, because I do think the dollar will turn right after these midterm elections in 2 weeks from now. So diversified confidence, I feel very good about the precious metals. I don't feel good about putting money in the stock market right now, but that's me personally. But one of the listeners said, how do you feel about it with your money? Where are you putting your mouth where your money is? And I'm certainly doing that. But you know, another thing that's come up, another question here I'm looking, is the tax, since Joe Biden has come in 2 years nearly, the tax on the middle class is astounding. They say there's no tax on anything up to 400,000. We know that's a complete lie. But worse than that is, we know right now, in less than 2 years, the cost of living for someone making $100,000 is up 17.5%. What inflation is in 2 years has cost the average person. So he makes $100,000. So now he's got an $83,000 purchasing power. He's lost $17,000 in purchasing power in 2 years, and it's only going to get worse. We still got the natural gas problem, heating problem, inflation problems, food problems, all this going up, big energy problems. So the middle class, once again, is getting murdered. They're the ones that can't afford 17% loss of purchasing power in 2 years, but that's what they've got. So you go on and you keep looking at it, but all I can tell you is it's a bargain right now. It's a time to buy your metals are now. Yeah, they may go down another 3 or 4%, but you got real metal. You don't have paper backing it up. And the paper is nothing, it's a mirage. It is not real. You want that precious metals in your hand, not in the form of paper gold. You want real gold, real silver, real platinum in your hands. So going forward, as we continue to talk about diversified confidence, we'll be talking about, the metals and things we go along. Silver now is getting very interesting. Even though the premiums are high, we think we're right at the bottom of silver. And in 46 years, since 1976, when I founded this company, I've never seen the premiums like they are. And the wholesalers aren't going to sell them below. If you're waiting on premiums to go down, you're costing yourself money, because it's not going down. Premiums are not going to go down. Right now, we don't have any live silver for sale. And we'll sell you the different products we have, but it may be 2 to 4 weeks, which brings up another question is, we do not let your money go to every which wholesaler or entity we buy it from until it's been shipped to you and we have a tracking number. Most companies don't have that. They're not able to do what I'm able to do. But they understand that the kind of people I deal with and financial advisors and financial planners, I can't take their clients' money and send it and lose control. There's not many companies in the country that can do that for you, where we do that. So anyway, and we ship it free. Since for 12 years, our relationship with FTM has been, we'll ship it free, and that's never going to change, I hope. I don't see it changing. That's the way we get everything priced with the truck, with that included, the shipping to you if you take delivery, or we'll set up the lowest storage rates in the world through IDS Delaware, IDS Canada, or IDS Texas. 3 COMEX warehouses that we have the lowest rate guaranteed in the world. So with that, hopefully, big thing right now is IRAs. You need to be buying. Coming out with 401ks, do 2 IRAs, one for self-directed precious metals, one for stocks and bonds. Because you're going to need both going down the road. There'll be times to buy and sell both of them. So that's what you need to do if you're coming out. So just look at that. Dan can help you in the office. He's been working on this for over 20 years with people on our IRAs. So you can call Dan at 800-247-2812. That's 800-247-2812. And he can help you get a custodian and lined up to buy precious metals in your IRA, your self-directed IRA. If you don't have one, he'll help you get it set up. So with that, we'll close down by saying we still think there'll be a gold standard at some point in the next 2 or 3 years, and the people holding gold are going to make a big downfall of profit. Till 2 weeks from now, this is Tom Cloud with the Precious Metals Market Update signing off.